chance to.
What advice would you give to players that want to come into the rec and play?
Just be smart. A lot of people, they probably don't know the fundamental part of basketball. So if you don't, and you're a rec random, you know, just try to communicate. Don't be scared to cut your mic on if you got a mic. Play defense. We will find a way to score. I got some scores around me. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, too. That's what I tell my team every night when I'm scoring the rock. Play some defense, and we'll be up by 30.
Tschüss.
Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture in the NBA and its global fan base. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill.
Tschüss,
Allie
tschüss.
LaForce with us on the sidelines. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Kevin Herter out there with Buzelis. And it's MP in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
So the Lakers win the tip. Hachimura outside. Shots blocked. Doncic against Giddey. Driving to the basket. MP right side. Always a nice way to start. Makes it
Easy.
Now Los Angeles with it. Doncic outside. White against Reeves. To the middle. Here's Hayes. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Outside Giddey. MP outside. Fires away from way outside. Doncic pulls down the board.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
No luck on that one. Hachimura with the defensive effort. The Lakers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Now here's Giddey. And that one's good.
They're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. To the inside. And it's Hayes. That time on the assist from Doncic. Hayes has got his second basket of the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
It's stolen by James.
Oh,
And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Doncic. Goes back up. And James finishes it off.
That they've been doing work down low. But King, that motor still running good.
Inside. And the basket by MP.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And he's going for the oop here. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year.
Teams making some changes here. Chicago leading by 3. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
James against Herder. They get the rebound. Hayes can't hit the reverse layup.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Giddey's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the ever-evolving jump shot of Giddey looking better by the season.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Kings played some superb basketball. He dropped 27 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total. A statement game from him where he took his play to the next level. What's he have in store for us tonight, guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. Might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
The shot by Reeves, no good. Chicago leading by 3. Here's MP. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
The Lakers have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And he's going for the lob.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
And so here is Chicago and their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
Last season, they just couldn't find a winning strategy against this squad.
0-2 for them in this matchup last year. Both teams fighting every second of the way, trying to push into the playoffs in their respective conferences.
James passes to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
You know, he could have tried to force a shot there, but that's not him. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
DA, I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing. How he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman. He's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
The season winding down here, Grant. Playoff seedings of the utmost importance.
You know, BA, you especially see the bubble teams giving that extra effort now. It's all hands on deck. Very little room for error.
Milton's checked in for the Lakers. And the Bulls also making a change. Smith's checked in. Here's James. Hayes, the pass to James. Tries again, and it's Hayes. That time on the assist from James. Hayes has got 16 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
So a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Chicago ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll be back right after this.
43. Fans, your Lakers dance team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you look at Jackson Hayes. He's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court for Chicago, Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. MP is out there with Buzelis, and it's Herder in at the 3.
Boy, this team is comfortable with Reeves running the show. He's an excellent decision maker.
Chicago leading. Giddy finds White down low with the fadeaway. MP shot is good. 10 points for him. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Pass to James. And finished off by Hayes.
The great read between those 2 guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Giddy passes to MP. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddy. Giddy's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, something Giddy has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Pass to Hayes. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Giddy passes to Herder. To the paint. Here's MP. The shot, no good. The Lakers trail. Doncic outside. To the lead. Doncic counted.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
The Bulls have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Giddy against Doncic. Pass to White. Inside. Here's MP. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident. The Lakers have gone 4 of 4 in this 3rd quarter. Perfect so far. On the wing, Reeves. He's guarded by White. The 3, James. It's hauled in by White.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's MP. Oh, another miss by MP.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
Chicago trailing here. Pass to MP. 11 feet out. The Lakers with a rebound. Hayes has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. The Lakers have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Here's Reeves. Chicago with a rebound. Giddy's got 4 rebounds now for Chicago. They've gone 3 of 7 here in this 3rd quarter. From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD. Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Offensive rebound. Chicago shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Here's Herder, and he makes good on his first shot of the game. Herder's got his first points of the game. Here's Doncic. Big-time offensive force he's been. He's averaging just over 31 a game. Reeves finds Doncic. Here's Hayes. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. And the Lakers lead by 2.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Giddy against Doncic. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but...
Making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Doncic. Off the inbound. No good. Doncic has gone 2 of 7, struggling a bit. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Konec. And there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's James in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now a timeout called by the Lakers.
Coach, no doubt, wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, he attacked the block all game and has been rewarded for it. The fundamentals that he displayed are why he got whatever he wanted out there on the floor. Hey, let's face it, the defense had no answer for him.
Hayes is checked in for the Lakers. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Radek was going over with his team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
Pass to Reeves. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 7 assists in the game.
Cold-blooded by Austin Reeves. He doesn't shy away from coming up big in critical times.
Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Hachimura's checked in for the Lakers. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. And he lobs it up and finished off by Hayes.
Boy, still such an outstanding distributor. James takes great joy in finding his teammates in their spots.
Doncic against Giddey. Up and over Doncic. And it's Giddey missing. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Now over 2 decades playing in the league, LeBron James continues to play at an amazing level. Remarkable.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Here's Giddey. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
Hayes. And it's in.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates. Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're losing by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Your thoughts, guys?
Substitution on the court.
11 seconds left to play in the 4th. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Let's hear it.
They're trailing by 5. 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
But they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Substitution on the court.
White for three. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's his second personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the line for the Lakers, Luka Doncic.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game. And here's Giddey. Misses there. So it's a narrow victory for the Lakers. Pulling it out for the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports.
Takže to jsme kde? To jsme tady. Aha.
In honor of our next award winner, here's another 2K TV interactive question. Which edition of our 2K TV award show are we celebrating this year?
Is it our 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th?
Jo, ještě budu, no.
Welcome to our 9th annual 2K TV Awards. Today we're celebrating the amazing accomplishments from you.
Not only will players receive the title and prestige of being a 2K TV award winner,
we made this easy, but no matter.
The Heat came into the building looking sharp, but it's going to take more than a good wardrobe to get this win tonight on the road. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sideline. So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the center filling out the middle. And for Chicago, the guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with MP. And it's Herder in at the 3 slot. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hero passes to Ware. Now Hero. Back to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by Miami.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Giddy against Mitchell. Shoots from the elbow. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Giddy.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Hero against White to the paint. Where? Here's Adebayo. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Now the Bulls with it. MP way outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
And now Adebayo pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Love it when the big guy like Adebayo is out there making it happen in the fast break.
And so it's Giddy with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to White. MP, that's for two. And the Bulls with another miss.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Giddy. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. That misses off the backboard.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
Another miss by MP.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
It's good.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Giddy, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Now here's Herder. His last outing, he had 18 points. Clock at 4. To stop the run. The Bulls keep it alive. And that one drops for him.
Giddy, the youngest player in NBA history to collect a triple-double, so rebounding not a problem for this young prospect.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. MP's checked in for Zach Collins. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Trey Jones. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Ball. And a new group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Kyle Anderson. Mitchell, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Tyler Hero in for Rozier. Bulls trail by 8. The guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with MP. And it's Buzelis in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Yeah, that's all Giddy, just outsmarting and getting himself in position.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Cavaliers got it done. He scored 22 points, and he did a good job to dish out a few assists to his teammates as well. Just another of what has been a string of terrific games from him. He's been really rolling. Guys?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
And Greg, you think about what they call float beat. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic.
Giddy sees things before they happen. So one of the things that he probably wrestles with is trying to do too much and overthink for his teammates. But there's no doubt his IQ is on display when he's on the floor.
And both free throws good for Giddy. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. 3-point lead. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
I like how they've worked the ball inside. Getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Now here's Mitchell. He has yet to score.
So many things that Jaquez does well, and he looks to set up his teammate.
Bulls trail by 7. To the inside. Here's MP, and he banks in the layup. 6 points for MP.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Offensive rebound. Where, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. MP, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the shot goes in. Hero's got 4 this quarter.
Fighting the inside defender, Hero really works to get to the bucket.
At the elbow, it's MP. 17-foot shot on the way. Another miss by MP. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Kobe White. And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear.
The Heat, 43.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Andrew Wiggins really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Mitchell. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night. not afraid to try his luck down there. Giddy on the interior.
Miami leading by 11. On the wing, Mitchell. They get the rebound. Another shot. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Ware's got 11 points.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
White, good.
The nasty handles of White, just so gifted at putting on a show with moves like that.
He'd have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Mitchell with it, defended by Giddy. Mitchell kicks to Hero. There's the dish to Wiggins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It's the aggressive part of Andrew Wiggins coming out of him, forcing the defender that time to get his hand in there.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. I think that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
But his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this league would look like if he was on.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Down low, here's Adebayo. He can't get it to go.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. When I came into this league as a defender, I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right string.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. MP's checked in for Vucevic. Buzelis comes in for Zach Collins. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Williams. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Then for the Heat, Ware's checked in. And Bam Adebayo subbed in for Jaime Jaquez. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's MP in at the 5. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And another difference maker that we could point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there, they've had active hands, they've been in great position, and they've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Mitchell outside. Back to Rozier. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to White. And here is MP. Count that one. 12 points for MP.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Rozier unable to get that one. White with the defensive effort. Mitchell against Huerter. And there's the pass to Giddey. Here's MP. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. 14 points for MP. The Heat leading by 4. Outside Rozier. Mitchell outside. It's Adebayo, top of the key. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Huerter with it. On the wing, Giddy. Elbow shot is on the way. And again, another good from MP. Now just a 2-point Miami lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And not to mention, they're playing with great activity. A lot of block shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
On the wing, MP tries from 16. Another miss by MP.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Basket counts.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
Giddy finds MP, and it's blocked. Rozier against White. The 9-foot shot. And the basket by Rozier. And now it's a 9-point Heat lead.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight just...
So Miami takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time
Špatný. Špatenka.
Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is...
To je špatný. Ještě 2 poslední zápasy.
1.
All the way back from season 1, your top play of the year goes to Tracy McGrady.
The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater, launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA 2K25.
Thanks to every one of you for being a part of the...
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with the All-Star team, now Washington's starting 5. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. And it's Champagnie at power forward. And for Chicago, Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. MP is out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions. But tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the double.
Certainly the headliner tonight.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Giddy. MP up top. No good with the tip. Here's Middleton. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. Out left to the wing. Here's Champagnie. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Champagnie's got 6.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
On the wing, MP. Fires from the corner. And it's Poole with a rebound. Washington has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that will get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Middleton against Huerter. Here's Champagnie. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Giddy with it. He picked up 10 in his last game. To the inside. 5 on the clock. And the basket by MP.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Nifty move. Champagnie, that's good. Give him 8.
Assisted by...
For Chicago, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to MP. There's the 3. On target from range.
Yeah, something Giddy has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
To the middle. Here's Champagnie. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's MP. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. MP's got 7.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
Down low. Here's Champagnie. Rebound by the Bulls. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
That's a game they like to put in the rearview mirror. They know they treated it a little too lightly.
Yeah, but what matters now is how the team responds to a loss like that. That's what makes this a big game for them.
That ties it up.
Well, because he's a good scorer, White attracts attention, and that creates passing lanes.
Giddy against Poole. Pass to Champagnie. from the low block. Drained it for 2 points.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to...
We'll make substitutions. Here's Champagny. He's got 14. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass, pounding the opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
So on the floor for the Wizards, we've got Malcolm Brogdon. He's out there with Jordan Poole. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Sarr. And it's Champagny at the 4. And out of bounds, the Wizards will take it.
Checking in for the Wizards, George.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Brogdon, the pass to George. And George with the jam.
The all-around game of Brogdon. I mean, he's all for doing what's best for the team. A selfless passer.
Giddey against Poole. Pass to Smith. Inside, here's MP, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And here's George. Launches it. That one is off. 1:44 left in the second. Pass to Giddey. Now MP. Puts it up. Second chance effort. And scoring with a play inside is Smith. Now just a 2-point Wizard lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Poole. And it's MP with a rebound. And so MP will bring it up for Chicago. Here's Giddey. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Giddey's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And the jam by George.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Chicago has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. On the wing, MP. Fade away. It's rebounded by George.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Chicago has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pulls up on the wing, and MP gets it to go on the assist from Giddey. MP's got 14 points.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 17.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate, exactly when his team needs it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
The Wizards,
Chicago
42.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Nikola Vucevic is out there with MP. And it's Herder in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And far from just a jump shooter, Middleton stays active and is always ready to shoot.
Pass to Giddey. To the middle. MP shot is good. MP's got 19 points.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
To the left wing. 4-3. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well. This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
And here's MP from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists here tonight.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And a nuke. So both teams changing it up here. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
And he's good on the second. The Wizards trail by 18. And so in the game for Washington, we've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the 4. Pass to Giddey. Now Herder. Here's MP. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. MP's got 25 points.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Middleton against Herder. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's foul number 2 for him. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Chicago leading by 21. Now Giddey, MP right side. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got assist number 7 tonight. Washington's gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Middleton, no good.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And here's MP from outside. Rebound Washington. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the... Pass to Poole. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Yeah, easy enough for the 7-footer. Saar bringing the house down.
Outside Herder. To the paint. Here's MP. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. MP's got 12 points here in the second half.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And give them credit for what'll be their 38th win of the year.
And they end up winning the season series. Always feels good to have that upper hand over an opponent.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And that's exactly what you want from Poole. Playing unselfish and finding the open man.
Pass to MP. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 32 points.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Outside Koulibaly. To the inside. Champagny, that's good.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
On the wing, MP. The three. Another three for Chicago.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was lost. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaFleur.